Hey, Blake Lively's got a new movie. Either the studios are oblivious to the comment sections or Deadpool has more juice than you or I realized, and I've said it all along. Is a free Britney a safe Britney? What is going on with that poor girl? And Rachel Lindsay is in studio.
You're fully capable of working. You hold a license. You're getting a lot of money to get started. Why do you also
You can
need
revisit
an
that
allowance?
in a few years, by the way. She is so pissed off about this divorce. Oh, my God. And she's not holding back. This is Hot Mics with Billy Bush, presented by our friends at LA Golf. Hot Mics with Billy Bush. Great title. You know it. Senors, senoras, we are live on TuneIn and YouTube. Hot Mics, hot takes right out of the gate. So Blake Lively's got a new movie. And this one, apparently, she doesn't have to hijack. She's going to star and produce from the beginning. It's called an action rom-com. The title, The Survival List. The Survival List. It follows Annie, a reality television producer stranded on an island with a Bear Grylls kind of a guy, a survival guru who turns out to be a fraud. Let me guess, Annie's bossy ass has to take over the surviving operations and save the day. No director's been assigned yet. I know one. How about the guy who turned a $40 million budget into a $350 million movie? Sony loves the guy. Maybe Lionsgate will too. You know, that's the studio she's doing the new one with. You may have to iron a few things out with this guy first, but if Chuck Lorre and Charlie Sheen can do it, I mean, anyone can. Here's the thing. It's a development deal, of which there are millions in town. It wouldn't go into production for another 2 years, so the studio is thinking, you know, people have short memories. It's kind of so far down the road. We've made money with her 3 times before at Lionsgate, A Simple Favor 1 and 2, and Age of Adeline. Let's give her manager a little money to see if a great director will direct. You know, Paul Feig will do it. He'll do anything with Blake. So if she's still persona non grata on Reddit in like 2 years, the movie probably won't fly. But look, Blake Lively needed something to announce. Her PR machine is doing a good job. Got to say it. The court of public opinion is still against her. I mean, people smell a rat with her, but Ryan Reynolds, he's got BDE at WME, his agency, and right now the Hollywood super power structure is supporting him, and that means they're supporting her. Say what you want about Ryan, but I'm going to tell you something. That guy is a damn loyal husband. Here's some evidence of the Lively PR machine at work. Last week's headlines. Justin Baldoni accused of harassment by another It Ends With Us actress, Isabel Ferrer, amid ongoing legal dispute with Blake Lively. Another one. Justin Baldoni responded to It Ends With Us co-star Isabel Ferrer's harassment allegations. This is amazing PR work. How totally misleading. Isabel Ferrer is accusing Justin's legal team of harassment because he sent her 5 subpoenas. Had Isabel answered the first subpoena like she did when her new best friend Blake Lively subpoenaed her, he wouldn't have had to keep sending them. It's not sexual harassment being alleged by Isabel Ferrer. Her 2-bit lawyer is alleging legal harassment. The judge, Louis Lyman, agreed with Baldoni. It's not harassment. You didn't answer the first 4 subpoenas. Is my landlord harassing me when he asks me for rent 5 times over 8 months? But the PR machine gets, BuzzFeed, Yahoo, all the lazies to just say harassment. When I hear the word harassment, I don't think legal harassment. We all think sexual harassment. 99.9% of people do. This is lazy, dirty, cheap, and it stinks of Blake's publicist, Leslie Sloan. She is tough, man. Tough, but don't buy it. There's another thing that everyone's talking about right now, and that is James Vatushka. The Vatushka. Vatushka, this guy was a writer at the Daily Mail. And he's been in the Blake Lively Baldoni saga forever, but he's been on all sides of it. I swear to God, my head's going to explode when I try to make sense of who this guy is and where he stands now and all that. And that is why we have an amazing statistician with whom we are friends, a guy with an encyclopedic recall and tremendous orderliness. Our friend, Zach Peters. Zach, help me with Vatushka Babushka.
I wish I mean, listen, I'm trying to put the pieces together and it's a jigsaw puzzle that I can't seem to figure out. He was kind of dismissed and out of the case for a minute once, he exited, what was it, a couple months ago, and suddenly he decided to squeal his way back in to tell his side of the story that nobody asked for.
We get introduced to Vatushka because back when the movie came out in August of 2024, a year ago, he is the writer at the Daily Mail who is being fed stuff by Blake's publicist, Leslie Sloan, mostly. So he's getting all this information. And he seems to be, I guess, Team Lively, taking shots at Baldoni, and he's on that side. And then he becomes, later in the story, he switches sides and he's joined Baldoni, and he's against Blake and her publicist, Leslie Sloan. Where is he now, and is he actually a factor in the whole thing, or is he so compromised he's just irrelevant?
I feel like his story has changed so many times that it shoots his credibility. But I think he, unfortunately, this week, or last week rather, when he filed his new declaration, really made a win for Leslie Sloan. So I don't know if he's working for her or working with her, but his legal letter makes it clear that he disclosed to Brian Friedman and Melissa Nathan that Leslie Sloan did not make allegations of assault regarding Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. He says that he made that very clear to both of them back in December. So if anything, this then proves that there was some potential maybe malice that Leslie Sloan can now prove in the defamation case against her that's now been dismissed. She's fighting for them to pay for her attorney's fees, and I think Vatushka's letter ultimately helps her prove that the Wayfair parties knew that she did not make defamatory statements and falsely peddled that narrative.
Okay, so he put out there, and basically, if Leslie Sloan, Blake's publicist, in any way alleged or said to him, yes, he SH'd or SA'd Blake, it must have been on the phone without a recording, so it's a he said, she said. It's not in text anywhere, and so she knows that. So if she did it, she definitely was smart enough to do it on the phone and not leave a paper trail. But then... So she's got that beat right there. She goes to the Daily Mail, and the Daily Mail convinces, they're going to be in a lawsuit. They're going to get sued for this. The Daily Mail convinces Vatushka to sign an affidavit that this didn't happen, to clear them, to clear Leslie. He does it because he's trying to save his ass. Then they fire him anyway. Am I right?
I mean, I have sources that have told me he was already on his way out to begin with, so I think this may have just been... a convenient excuse to sever ties, but it definitely was not helping his position at the Daily Mail. But he's since been let go, and now he's claiming, it was a whistleblower and this is retaliation. And he has all these allegations against the Daily Mail saying that they were pressuring him to file his original declaration under duress.
So if we sat down with him, with James Vatushka now, would he allege that that Leslie Sloan, the publicist, has made this claim? And
he's saying no. He's saying that she never made this claim.
It's a false memory. I made it up. I shouldn't have. Okay, so he's wrong.
He misspoke. He accidentally said SA.
Just like Isabel Ferrer's lawyer just accidentally misspoke and said harassment of Isabel Ferrer, letting people believe, or at least leading a horse to water, inferring that it's sexual harassment where it's absolutely not. It's legal harassment. Because she didn't answer the first 4 subpoenas. Okay, so I don't think anyone at this point is calling James Vatushka to the stand when we finally get to this trial in March, right? He's
if anything, the only person that needs him is Leslie Sloan, and that's to prove that they falsely lodged defamation claims against her that they knew were false, and therefore she can get her legal fees. She's the only one that any of this information helps at this point.
We are talking to the host of No Filter with Zach Peter. Zach Peter. Now, Zach, what do you think? I'm watching what I see as a very effective PR machine for Blake Lively. I think she's got a pretty strong squad. The court of public opinion, she's still losing. You look on Reddit, there's nothing negative about Baldoni. It's all her. But her PR machine seems to be hard at work and doing as good a job as they can. Yeah? Do you see that?
Yeah, I mean they're working hard, but it's like, these are old PR tricks, and it's like how effective is a billboard going to be driving down the street when everybody's on their phones?
Ooh, well put. But the power of Ryan Reynolds. This town operates on money and the receipts that Deadpool, puts up, billions of dollars, versus Baldoni, who, if not for Steve Sarowitz, I mean, he would be absolutely dead as a doornail. But it seems that Ryan still he's got power. He's got Ari Emanuel and William Morris and they're behind him all the way, and it seems like, Lionsgate makes this announcement. They're going to do a development and with Blake and another movie. She gets to make that big PR announcement. I mean, do you see people lining up behind Blake, or do we see the heft of Ryan Reynolds at work?
No, I think from what we've seen in the comments, I was looking at them this morning, all the outlets that were reporting on her new film, and all of the comments are overwhelmingly negative, and people don't want to support them. I think, at one point they were a beloved Hollywood couple, and now people aren't as interested. I mean, I'm curious to see what happens with Reynolds, because like you said, he does have the Marvel and Disney machine behind him. I can't imagine that all of the Marvel fans care this much about Blake and Baldoni, that I'm pretty sure a majority of them will still show up for him. But I don't know if she's going to have a strong career. And I think they think it's a flex to say that she's producing this new project, but it's because I don't think many people want to produce a project with Blake Lively. And it's interesting that, there are no other names tied to it. I mean, we have Mark Platt, who's co-producing it with her, but it feels like maybe we called in a couple of favors to spin a PR strategy, but I don't think that this is going to be,
it wouldn't go into production for 2 years. So, it's actually a very safe move, I guess, from Lionsgate, because if it doesn't, if in 2 years people do have short memories or they do move on from, I mean, Trump can move on from anything in a week, but, it takes other people a little longer. But if she's got 2 years of runway, it may be behind, and they actually have made money with her every single time.
Yeah, listen, even if she wins or loses the case, I think the public's going to want her to go away for it. Look at Anne Hathaway. Remember when everybody hated her and she kind of like took a beat? Taylor Swift took a beat, stayed low for a year, maybe go to a couple baby to baby galas, raise some money for charity, walk a red carpet here or there to kind of keep your face relevant. But like, nobody needs to hear from you. We can just see you do a little philanthropic work. And then once the dust settles, I think there may be an opportunity. But I mean, look at Amber Heard. We haven't really seen much from her, and the second her name comes up, the public does not like her.
Yeah. Yeah, the court of public opinion is definitely a loss right now. No Filter with Zach Peter. Zach Peter, our friend. We thank you so much. Thanks for helping us out here, giving us a little
Thank
light.
you. And I wore my Hoochie Daddy shorts for you, Billy.
Wait, are you wearing them now?
I am.
Let me see. Stand up.
Well, they're not the full 5-inch. I took those off, but these are a good 7 inches.
Zach. Oh, God. Yeah, we're coming out with Hot Mike's Hoochie Zaddy shorts, okay? Oh, my God. Now you look better in them than me. You do not want to see me in those. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Billy.
We love Zach. Yeah, very funny. If you ever follow Elsie on Instagram, she was on my Morning Mike's live stream the other day, and she was talking about Hoochie Daddy shorts, which I am, called me the old guy in the room. I don't know what the heck that is. I have no idea. And then there's this other woman in the comments section who keeps calling me Zaddy. Billy's my Zaddy. And I think I know what that means. So then all of a sudden, I got talked into making Hoochie Zaddy shorts. And I'm going to make them. And they're going to be for all of our most loyal Hot Mike's listeners and viewers. Okay, we got to turn to something. Everybody keeps avoiding this. because you want to. Because it's sad and it's happening before your eyes and you look at it and you just want to move on. It's Britney Spears. More dance videos from a Cabo hotel room than I can possibly take. The songs change, the dance moves sadly do not. The smoky eye, the beat up voice, the whole thing is just sad. She's not okay, and you know it. And all the hashtag Free Britney Crusaders marching outside the courthouse 4 years ago, misfits, kind of mostly in search of community, coalesced to deliver Britney to her present state. And I don't know what that is, but it's definitely not balanced or healthy. It's lovely to free Britney, but free her to what? Where's the continued care program? When her father, who was, far from perfect, alcoholic at least, pulled out because he was pilloried everywhere, pulled out as her conservator, he handed her lawyer, Matthew Rosengart, a legal victory. So they set Britney free. I got to say, I was the only mainstream journalist at the time to cast a warning amid the ass-kissing celebration on every other channel. All right, now to Britney Spears, who's not only been freed from her 13-year conservatorship, but freed to unleash some pent-up feelings.
I'm just grateful, honestly, for each day and being able to have the keys to my car and being able to be independent and feel like a woman and owning an ATM card, seeing cash for the first time.
A lot to say. And she also had some kind words for the Free Britney faithful.
You guys rock. I honestly think you guys saved my life.
But here's the most important question. Now that the conservatorship is over, what structure is in place now to help Britney acclimate and manage her life? In short, not much. In short, not much. Temporary conservator. In short, not much. That's her temporary conservator, and there was no aftercare plan. None at all. And you're watching it right now. It's a disaster. Here's the truth of what's going on. And my sources match my instinctual knowledge. First, as you know, while Jamie, her father, ostensibly lost the conservatorship, Britney ended up paying him close to $4 million in legal fees back in April 2024. He was not a terrible conservator. When he took over the conservatorship, back in 2011 or something, she was like broke. I mean, she was $2 million from broke when he took over. She goes $2 million from broke. He raised that, by the way. He got that up to about $70 million, over his time as her conservator. So in April of 2024, they settle with Jamie Spears. They pay his legal bills up to like $4 million. It's a lot. 2 months later, June 2024, Matthew Rosengart, her lawyer, bails, having collected somewhere between $8 and $12 million in fees, a ton of money. Now, remember, the prenup he negotiated with Sam Asghari, it stood up in court, so he definitely earned a lot of those exorbitant fees, but he took a lot. And she liked Matthew Rosengart, the lawyer. She credited him in her book, Pieces of Me, which sold 2.5 million copies, globally. She credited him for his great work. But she is now very much on her own. Her manager, her business manager, they're keeping the deals going and the residuals coming in. So the machine is operating, but she's in Mexico all the time. Why always in Cabo? You can get pills in Cabo. Anywhere, any pharmacia will sell you pills, and they don't need to be a prescription. And the pills in question, especially Adderall, nobody will prescribe it here. She's had a long history with Adderall, and the dirty secret is she would have the massage therapists, according to one source, smuggle it in during the conservatorship. The long-term effects of Adderall, just Google it, on people who have bipolar or some type of deep depression. It easily triggers manic or hypermanic episodes, irritability, risky behavior, hypersexualization, things like that. By the way, I'm seeing this right now with someone else, in my life, someone I love. And it's awful. So those who are trying to protect her, right now, the people in her corner did what they could do. They've called the DEA, the FBI, the LAPD, whomever, to try and safely stop or apprehend her. They prescribed her fake Adderall. One source tells me she figured it out. Her brother told her they were fakes. They went to Mexico. They keep going to Mexico, where these deeply sad and bizarre videos take place. Someone's got to do something for her. Somebody. I don't know where, but she's not well. At the very least, the Free Britney people, if you love her, you got to sound the alarm that this is not going to end well. It doesn't end well. She doesn't get saved. That's the truth. Went out to dinner with her years ago when she was engaged to a great friend of mine. My wife and I went out to dinner with Britney and him, the four of us. And she was so fragile then. And God, that must have been 12 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that. Fragile then. What her mind has been through. It's unbelievable. Okay, up next, Rachel Lindsay of The Bachelor, and great friend of mine. Her show, Higher Learning, is on the Ringer podcast network. Rachel and I sat down just a couple days ago. We got into everything: divorce, paying spousal support, her new boyfriend. I don't know. Can we call him a boyfriend? I think he's a boyfriend. He's definitely a lover. Plus some hot mics, hot takes. We'll talk about Caitlin Clark, Bachelor host Chris Harrison. Remember that interview she did with him? It blew up huge. That's all coming up. But first, we're going to hear from our friends at Venbrook Insurance, especially Jeffrey Lang. We love Jeffrey. He works with business owners at Venbrook Insurance Services. He always says it's not the risks you worry about that end up causing damage. It's the ones you never see coming. See, business interruption is the biggest source of insurance claims, and people are not usually prepared. Whether it's a liability claim, property damage, or a workers' comp incident, it's crucial to have the right coverage in place. Jeff's team at Venbrook works with you to make sure you're covered from every angle. It's all about helping you make bold, smart moves with confidence so you can keep moving forward with what matters. That's why Venbrook's tagline is boldly go forward. You can book a free consultation at venbrook.com/hotmics. And you got to tell them Billy sent you. Well, with no further ado, we are pleased to welcome a very special person. She was the first black bachelorette in franchise history. Host of the Higher Learning podcast, where she talks about real stuff with co-host Van Lathan. She's an ex-employee of Extra on television, just like me. She is a former standout high school basketball player in West Texas, or like
Dallas.
In Dallas. Well, okay, but not in the city, like outside?
No, Dallas.
In Dallas. Oh my God. I thought it was a smaller market. Oh my. They called her Big Rach. When she hit the court, she just instilled fear. God, I love that name, Big Rach, and I've been calling her Big Rach ever since. The mics are hot with Rachel Lindsay. Hello.
I am so happy to be here. They still call me Big Rach. They still call me that.
When you go back home to Dallas, it's like, oh, Big. Do they know it's happening?
Okay, I gave myself the name because I wanted people to fear me on the basketball court. I went to a small private school. So I was in Dallas proper, but small private school. They had me downplaying post. I had to sound big. When they introduced the starting five, they couldn't say, at starting 5'4", Rachel Lindsay. I was like, nah, I got to sound like daunting. So Big Rach. People used to laugh at it. Now,
like
everybody says it.
Mongo's coming. Oh no, where? Huh?
The attitude was Big Rach.
Yeah.
The energy is Big Rach. Yeah.
Big inside.
That's right.
Big inside. It's funny because I get a lot of shit from my friends for giving myself a nickname. And I gave myself the nickname The Clutchman. And we're playing golf and everybody hits their balls out. I said, enough. You know what? I'm no longer the Bushman. I am now the Clutchman. And I pipe one right down the center. And oddly enough, guys are laughing for the rest of the round. Clutchman, hit this, Clutchman. Next thing you know, Everyone's calling me the
See what
head
I'm
pro.
saying?
I arrived to the club. Clutch, good morning, Clutch. Now it's just Clutch. And underneath it all, the original guys are pissed because they're like, he gave himself that nickname. You can't.
Doesn't matter. More people need to do this. They're jealous because they didn't think of it first. So it's the Clutch now.
Let's do Dallas Morning Radio, Big Rach and the Clutchman. Clutch and Big Rach.
I love it.
I mean, would that be a hot show?
It's got a ring to it.
Right? I mean, who wouldn't get in their car and put that on? Let's get, speaking of Dallas, hot mics, hot takes.
Yeah.
Uncle Jerry not paying Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is very upset. He is one of the best football players we've seen in a long time. This dude. And they're not paying him. He wants a transfer. Why don't you get involved and say, Big Jer, come on, let's keep him.
Get involved.
$24 million is not enough for a guy of that power.
I did get involved. I know his agent. We went to college together.
Ooh.
Shout out to University of Texas Longhorns. I text him all the time. I'm like, fix it. Fix it. Make it happen. As you know, Micah already said Jerry's not reaching out to his agent. So Jerry's going to get it done. Side note, are you watching the docuseries that's on?
I haven't started. I saw you posting about it. Of course you're watching it.
It's incredible. It made me, honestly, I said I wasn't going to talk about Dallas Cowboys this year because I'm so frustrated at how the team is being run.
It's been a long time.
We're going on 30 years here, but I watched it. It took me back to the 90s. It made me feel like I was 7 years old again. I think if you're a lover of the Cowboys and a lover of what football was in the 90s, it brings you back.
Oh.
Jerry is going to get it done. He does this. He loves the drama. He loves it. That's how you know football season is getting started.
I think it's the number one franchise. Is it Yankees first and then Cowboys? I mean, it's the most. How the hell they became America's team and got everyone else to call them America's team when you're in Texas? Just crazy.
It was before Jerry, though.
Yeah. But I'm saying how that happened is brilliant. The most brilliant marketing story ever. Forget New York. Forget L.A., the bigger cities.
You'll watch this and you'll have a lot of respect for Jerry, and that's tough for me to say at times. But you'll have a lot of respect because he wasn't just some rich guy who said, I want a team as a hobby. He wanted to completely change the way that football is done and consumed, the marketing aspect of it. And it makes sense why the Cowboys are what they are today.
He's a genius.
Yeah, huge respect for that.
You know what I respect him for?
What?
His acting ability. Did you see him on Landman?
I don't watch Landman.
No, listen to me.
I'm not shocked by this.
No. He has a scene where he talks about the death of a child bedside with with John Hamm, I believe. It's John Hamm is dying, and he talks about the death, and Jerry starts crying in the scene. The guy is a brilliant actor, and I think he will, at the Emmys, is he nominated? Jerry Jones nominated for guest appearance? If he's not, he should be.
He cannot be nominated. The Cowboys are a soap opera. Of course he's a good actor.
No, he is a wonderful actor. Tears.
There's nothing the man can't
tears.
do. Huh? There's nothing the man can't do, is what you're saying.
Except win.
Except what I was just about to say. Except win. Win a playoff.
Now, Big Rach, you look, as a great, threat, you should have gone on. I could see in the WNBA right now. What are your thoughts in the WNBA? Do you watch it, or do you think it's terrible? And if not entertaining, and if you said so, you'd be shamed and bullied and
No. You
love it.
I played basketball, so I didn't go on to play collegiately. Their loss, not mine, their loss, but I've respected the game. I grew up wearing Sheryl Swoop's shoes. I admired Dawn Staley for her defense. I tried to mirror my game off of her. So I have a lot of respect for the OGs. I interned for the NBA. I worked for the WNBA at the same time, fresh out of college. So I was there at the All-Star game, supporting the team, coming up with a marketing campaign to increase viewership for the WNBA as an intern. I love the game. I don't watch it as much because it's summertime. I'm so distracted, traveling, whatever. I'm more so watching in the playoffs. But I think the game is great. And I think 30 years, if you compare the NBA when it started 30 years to where the WNBA, that's when things started to turn for them. David Stern got involved, the superstars of the 80s. I think the WNBA is on track for being exactly where it's supposed to be for a startup.
But you'd rather watch men play. You'd rather watch men play.
I wouldn't say I'd rather watch men play, but I'm so used to watching the NBA. But it's not because I enjoy one game over the other.
Why is it popular now?
WNBA?
Can you say, is it popular because of Caitlin Clark?
I think it's popular because of stars like Caitlin Clark. I think that you have
Angel
the rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese makes it great. Iowa in college versus LSU and South Carolina and those teams like that. That's what got people excited about it. But Caitlin, you can.
Was Angel Reese smart to take her on? Because I think Angel Reese was like, wait a minute, I'm going to create a little Larry Bird, Magic Johnson drama here.
Well, I think that
That's what
the
sells
media
everything.
created that as well. But I don't. If you didn't have the rivalry, it wouldn't be what it is. And this is not taking away from Caitlin Clark, because I, notoriously said that if I had been, in college at the same time as her, I think I could hold her to 15 points. I was mocked for that. I was mocked. I was a defensive player. I think I could have held her to 15.
Like Big Rach, I think whoever jumped on you too early. Have you seen the old videos of Big Rach back there in the day?
Oh, and that's the beauty of it. You can't contest it because you don't know how I was. You don't know what kind of player I was. But I hate the hate that Caitlin Clark gets, because you can't deny what she's contributed to the WNBA, but you also can't deny the other people who contribute as well. Yes, she's the face of it in a way. I'm not going to deny that, but I hate that it takes away from other stars like Asia or Angel Reese or any of the other stars that are that have been
That's just now.
paying their debt to the game.
That could change.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just now. Right now, they're
Yeah.
riding that wave. They're saying, look, we've got an opening here. We're seeing growth we haven't seen before. This is
Yeah.
amazing. Let's go with what's working for now. It'll all develop. But one thing I love about Caitlin Clark is she doesn't bitch a ton. Like, she could, play the victim all the time. Certain people have great, great success, but they're always
Yeah.
complaining and being a victim.
She's tough, and I
The
don't know if you
media
saw.
hates me.
I don't know if you saw the coverage of the WNBA All-Star game, but she's so liked by the other players. That's why it's like this is something that they're just drumming up just because people like that. They like the rivalry, they like the competition. But she's so beloved. She was on streaming with the other ladies, laughing, joking, out. She kind of took some heat for this, out partying with them because she was injured. They like her. I mean, nobody can deny that it's great for the WNBA. It's great.
Yeah, I'd say so. So what's on your mind these days? What's going on? What are you doing?
Football season's on my mind. I'm about to start drafting for fantasy.
Are you dating anyone?
I'm dating.
What does that mean?
I'm dating.
Is there a guy out there that might be listening to this and saying, wait, well, dating? I thought we were definitely like a...
No, I'm dating for sure. I'm dating, but I don't...
One on dates, but there's no one particular... Oh, you got a season of The Bachelorette going in your own life here, a personal season.
I don't know. There's somebody that I've spending...
You've given a few roses.
That I'm spending... roses are dead to me.
Okay.
I'm spending more time with one person than anybody else. How about that?
Who is he?
I mean, it's kind of out there, Willie Jones.
Mm.
It's a country singer.
Ooh, Willie Jones? I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up Willie Jones, everybody. Give me all the finest pictures here. Make sure they're good angles.
We spend time together. Yeah, country singer. He was on Beyonce's Cowboy Carter album. Yeah.
How'd this happen?
Well, I really loved Cowboy Carter. It resonated with me. I like old school country music.
Yeah.
And then the Texas part of it all, it was 2 months after the divorce. And I was like, I love this album. It makes me feel like I'm back at home. So then I was like, I'm going to follow every artist on the album because I want to support them. And he was one of the ones I followed. And he followed me back. And then he wrote me.
That's such modern love.
It's
I
so
love that.
young. I'm not, that's not me, It's so young. Follow me back. He wrote me.
Follow you.
We saw each other at Stagecoach, and then we just became cool. And, we're cool. We're cool.
How often do you see each other? I mean,
we used to see each other more often. It's just like our schedules are so different. He lives in Nashville.
So divorce is a very difficult thing.
Yeah, when it's messy.
We've done it. I've done it. You've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is it? Did it almost tear you apart? I imagine you had to pay up a little.
I paid up more than I should have,
See, a woman gets very mad about that. Like, we live in an equal world right now, and it's like I work for women all over the place. I have for forever, and it wasn't like that for a long time. But now when a woman wants you to pick up the tab at dinner, and when it comes time for the divorce, it's like, wait, you're asking for money from me?
Wait a minute.
You pipsqueak?
Can we get into
How
this?
unmanly.
We can, because this is a huge debate. I have no problem that my ex asked for money. I made considerably more. I paid all the personal bills, as far as like mortgage, utilities, like that, because he was building a business. That's what you do. I never get credit for that. It's like, oh, she's a workaholic. Well, I have to be. He's building a business. Sometimes you're up in a marriage. Sometimes you're down. That's what you do. It's a give and take. Of course, you're not rewarded for that when it comes to the divorce. I mean, that counts for nothing. But whatever. I knew that I was at an advantage. So I would have always given him money. To me, when it crosses the line of greed, that's when you hear me start complaining.
Yeah.
Why am I giving you an allowance?
But it's a no-fault state. It's California. It's 50-50 of everything you made together as a couple, right? You didn't
legally,
have a prenup in the beginning. I
didn't have a prenup because I would like to say this out loud. People are like, you're a lawyer, you're so stupid. How did you not get a prenup? So much factors into that. I asked for one. He didn't want it. And I thought, is this marriage not going to go forward because I'm fighting for this and he isn't? I come from a religious...
You wanted one.
I wanted one.
And he said no.
He said, no, that means you're planning for divorce.
He's a prophet. He could see the future.
Well, I didn't have what I had. I didn't have what I had then. And that's what it always gets lost in conversation. Or maybe I've never really said it.
So why would you even think about it if you...
I thought about
Doesn't
it because...
a woman like instinctually go for the leader of the pack? So you must have seen in him earning potential in order to be attracted to him.
Correct. Came off the show. He made more than me. He had a condo in Miami. I didn't own any type of real estate. I made good money as an attorney, but so did he, practicing 10 plus years as a chiropractor. He didn't own his business, but he managed it. He'd been working there. He did well for himself. I was attracted to those things. What I did not anticipate is that he would immediately leave his job right after the show was done.
Oh, dear.
And then I thought, well, maybe he's disenchanted with what he does, because as a lawyer, I wanted something more. So let me give him the space and the opportunity to build something. And he just never happened. He just never did. And
well, he just got comfortable.
He got really comfortable. And I underestimated his desire for fame. I underestimated what was important to him, what he really wanted. And so when we got married,
so was he jealous
in Florida,
of your fame?
100%.
Yeah. You were out there, making appearances and working on TV and writing books and doing podcasts.
But I was working, and I was working hard. I wasn't waiting for the opportunity to come to me, which is what I felt like he was doing. But I got married in Florida, not a community property state. I didn't have what I have now. I thought we would both be successful together. So, what happened was, as soon as we got married, things started to pop up for me, and for him, they didn't. And so that's why when people are like, why did you pay so much? It's like, I made a lot of my money during the marriage. So I don't mind splitting 50-50. I have a huge problem with the spousal support. Huge problem with spousal support.
Oh, it sucks.
You're fully capable of working. You hold a license. You're getting a lot of money to get started. Why do you also need an allowance?
You can revisit that in a few years, by the way. You can go back and say, it's been 6 years. I'm not still paying.
I settled. So the part of the settlement was a buyout of spousal support. So I've settled. I gave him one lump sum in January, another lump sum January 2026. But he served
How
me.
much money did you make?
He served me last week.
Served you?
Mind you, we're settled. We are settled.
He wants more? Served you for more?
He wants to contest the piece of the retirement that he gets from me. And I was served on a Monday. By Friday, I've sent him a letter explaining you're not entitled to that. You're asking for the total community property interest of that account, not your 50%. And his attorney agreed. But do you see it? We're done. And you're still trying to pull. This is what I have a problem with. This is where greed comes into it.
This is where Big Rach, the inner Big Rach comes out. You're not taking that.
I'm not taking it. But I also, I will say it does hurt my feelings at times when people are like, you're so stupid. How did you not get a prenup? And I think that's very easy to say when you're not in it. When you found you just don't think that the way things start, they're going to end a totally different way. You just don't think about it. And it's a hard lesson to learn, I don't know if I'd ever get married again, but if I did, I would definitely have a prenup.
Yes, everyone says that when you come out of a divorce. I'm never getting married again. Why would I get married? From not having kids, with somebody and, but you didn't have kids.
I didn't have another reason why it shouldn't have been this way.
Well, do you want them?
I do want kids, but I'm 40, so
okay.
I understand the reality of it. Like if I wanted
pull
to
up Willie right now. Let me see if let me put up Willie. Hold on. Damn. Woo! You have some good-looking kids,
good
man.
That's a good picture they pulled up. That's nice.
Yeah. Willie's jacked. I think you have some good-looking kids right there. But folks, we are looking at this. If you're joining us on YouTube, I'm looking at it and go, wow, Willie's in some shape right there. Willie doesn't have what I have at 53 years old. Little Dunlop's disease. When the belly Dunlop over the belt. He's got it tight.
He's 30.
What? Okay, now we got into a whole new area.
I was waiting for that part to come out. He's 30.
He's 30?
There's something about the younger guys really liking
sex
the 40-year-old
with older women. Sorry.
Well,
it's so
true. We know what we're doing.
Oh,
we know
yeah.
what we like. We're not starfishing it. And I think that they're so used to that.
But if you want a baby, you can't fuck around with Willie too long unless if he's not in that space. First of all, is he mature enough to create a family, have a baby with a woman 10 years older? Because when he's 60 and thinking, oh man, I'm losing my potency, man, I got to get me a Ferrari or something, and his wife is 10 years older, does he have that security and stability in him? You've sized it up, you're a smart person.
I don't know, but I am not ready to have a kid right now. I'm
having fun with Willie for right now.
No, I like Willie, but it's exactly what I need right now. How about that? It's
Good.
Exactly what I need.
You know what? You have a big smile on your face. Probably because we're back in the same room together, but
man, I do miss
between
you,
Willie and
Bush.
Billy. What could go wrong?
What could
Things
go
are
wrong?
good, man. We worked at Extra together,
Mm-hmm.
Rachel and I, and we'd sing down the hallway, bust into your office, hang out.
We had a good time.
Yeah, what did you think? Did you have a good run at Extra? Did you like it?
I love what I do. It started one way. It's kind of like the divorce. It started one way and it ended a completely different way. I would have liked my time at Extra to end just a little different. I was there for 3 years. I think things just changed. And maybe it was me. Maybe I became disenchanted with the job just a little bit at the same time. But I miss, there's certain aspects of it that I miss. I loved the crew and everybody that I worked with. I love interviewing and talking to people and just diving into their world and getting to know them. I think the machine was difficult for me. Like, I'm a little rebellious. And so sometimes I don't always fit into the machine of it all.
Did you feel supported all the way through in every... You had one interview at Extra that was...
Oh, yeah.
Global.
Yeah. I mean, that interview, I felt completely supported by Extra.
Okay.
100%.
This is Rachel Lindsay, Chris Harrison,
Yes.
Bachelor, 13 minutes long. The YouTube.
Extra was all in. I really felt like that interview wouldn't have received the attention that it did if Extra had not supported me. Because when the interview happened, the crew was silent.
Extra, by the way, same company as The Bachelor.
Yes.
I mean, it's Warner Brothers Television.
Yes.
They produce both shows.
Yes. And so nobody watched it. They weren't watching what was happening except for the crew. Everybody was dead silent when the interview finished. And I was like, did y'all just see that? I went to the executive producer and said, did you see that interview? And she was like, I only saw pieces of it. And I said, can I offer a suggestion? I think that you play on air, because he made a comment of, I don't know how this is going to be edited. So I said, play on air,
right,
the Bachelor part, whatever he's promoting, let the entire interview sit on YouTube. And YouTube did what it did. And that was the support of Extra. And they did. Unedited, put the interview out there.
He also said in that interview, I love that you and I can have these conversations, and we do all the time, and there's a respect and a grace and a love, and that's why I love talking to you. Problem is, on social media, there is no grace. blah, 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 blah. He thought that interview went incredibly well.
He called me after. Right after the
This
interview,
reminds
he
me of
called
my interview with Tom Cruise, where he went and said, like, Brooke Shields, you know, where's her career now? You know, if she took drugs for postpartum depression, and you know her career's nowhere. He and he sent me an $800 bottle of wine afterwards. And it's like, Billy Bush, you're a great man of integrity and whatever. And I'm like, Tom, that didn't go well. What the hell? Who's around you? Anyway, but
Yeah.
Chris called you afterwards and was like, love you.
Was like, love that. Love we can have these conversations. And I said, you know, I don't agree with what you said, but, you know, it is what it is. And even after it aired the next day, he called me and he was like, well, the internet is doing what the internet is. Like, they're taking it out of context. And I'm like, no, they're not. The interview
because there was no edit.
was exactly what it was.
Was it cancelable in the cancel vibe? Because his intentions when I watched it again seemed like, to him, unless he's a terrible person, he felt like he was making sense and giving a point of view. And if he was, would he be canceled today?
I don't know if he would have been canceled today. I mean, that was 2021, the height of it, of all of it. But I think he was his own worst enemy in that. I think if he would have laid low, it could have been different. He kept going, and it was, that interview showed a different side of him where people were like, well, which one is the real Chris Harrison? He was passionate. He was vocal. Before
he was tired of being the host of Just the Bachelor and asking, like...
He was a mannequin before. He was a talking head. Then he reverted back to that in that Michael Strahan Good Morning America interview. And people were like, no. And then Michael made the comment, well, I don't really believe what he says anyway. And I don't really believe that. And then that was something that people held on to. But what people always miss out on, and I can say this because she said it, people think that I was the reason that he lost that job. There was a bachelorette after, Katie Thurston, who said, I don't want him hosting the show as me as the lead. That kind of put the nail in the coffin. Well, if leads don't feel comfortable, then we can't go on with him.
Yeah, I mean, there's a pig piling effect, I think, you know, that if someone says that, I mean, you know, things, especially then, start to mount. I don't think cancel culture is, you know what's interesting about cancel culture, frankly, is now the right is trying to cancel the left. Like, I mean, the right was always bitching about cancel, you know, people, the left trying to now they're canceling.
It's a problem when you do it.
I call it the woke right. It's crazy.
Like, cancel culture is honestly not even a thing anymore. It's not.
No.
I don't think so. To answer your question,
that's why I got my own place, my
now.
own thing, my own channel, my own,
So proud of
I'm
you.
the head of HR.
You could do it all.
I got to deal with my own hate if it comes, whatever. But what else is, what do you go to bed thinking about? What do you wake up thinking about? What's
money?
Me too.
Honestly, money. I think
Me
about
too.
this industry, how it's changing so much, how it seems like
I should have been here 2-3 years ago.
you should have, but
Why the hell was I staying at Extra? I'm so mad at myself. I was at Extra for too long. I love Extra and Entertainment News, but I went to Entertainment News to recover from being fired by the Today Show.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, because I was determined, I've said this before, but I was determined to walk back through the front door.
Yeah, I get that.
Legacy, mainstream, Warner Brothers, NBC, whatever, and I did, but I stayed for so long. I should have walked back through for 2 years and then gone right to here.
We're programmed to think of linear TV first. We just are.
Yeah.
So like I think about that. Where are things going? What do I need to do next? Like I've had an agent for years. I don't have one anymore because the jobs just aren't out there. Or it's you have the A-listers or, you know, actors, people like that are taking the jobs of hosting.
Oh, I know.
TV shows, game shows, whatever it may be. So it's like I'm constantly thinking, how do I
Martin Short
recreate?
is the new game show host, replacing Alec Baldwin, who, you know.
It's like the jobs just aren't there. So how do you keep yourself relevant? How do you keep going? How do you figure out what's next? Yeah, I think about this all the time. How do I keep making money?
I'll tell you what it is. I know what I figured out. Stop relying on someone else. Stop relying on the big fat corporate check. You know that I had those for some years. They're gone. But you know, rely on yourself. I now book guests. I booked you. I I have Steve. Let's get Steve.
Steve,
put
what a
yourself.
gift.
There's Steve
What a
right there.
gift.
Hey, there's Seth right next to Steve. These are our guys. Look at that. There's Seth. There's Kyle. Vinny, skinny Vinny. You might notice Vinny's very skinny these days. He
It looks good.
lost 50 pounds. But yeah, you think about money. What else do you think about? Like what's issues or?
Oh man, I mean,
you keep it real. Higher Learning with Van Lathan. Your podcast has done really well. It's in the Ringer universe, which is Bill Simmons, and that's like a big deal.
A dream. I always wanted to work for Bill Simmons. I wrote down a dream list of people I wanted to work with back in 2018 when I came off the show. Bill Simmons was one of them. Always admired what Bill Simmons did. I'm a sports fan. See what he's always leading the front when it comes to things. Grantland, 30 for 30.
By the way, he got himself kicked in the teeth in his life and turned around and built the Ringer.
Yeah, yeah. And he's a visionary. He just gets it. I don't know. Like I actually think about the state of this country a lot. You know, they talk about how long. I was going to say dynasty. That's not the word that I'm thinking of. What is it? Not a regime. What is it that I'm thinking of? The word. Basically, 200 to 300 years that you have I keep saying dynasty, but I don't know.
Dynasty might work.
Dynasty. We're at that point in this country, and I think about it, and I'm like, where are we going? What is the end game? What is next? We got these 2026 midterms coming up. Will that change? Will the Democrats take over? Will people even come out to vote? People are so disenchanted with the way that things are. I think about what is my place in it? How can I be a voice in it? What can I do that's more?
What about Congresswoman Rachel Lindsay?
Okay, it's a thought.
I'm serious.
It's a thought. Well, one, I do not want them bringing up, like, can you imagine? I'm on the campaign trail and they're showing me kissing people on The Bachelor. They're showing me talk about, I love you. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't
You're
want
on a
any of that
reality
to come up.
television. You know what? You share that with the President of the United States.
That's not a flex. That's not a
But he's a
flex.
reality TV. It's where he comes from.
It's not. I always say if I move back to Texas, I don't think I could live there
Gopher
without.
from the Love Boat was a congressman. I'm not kidding.
I don't know if I could. But when we had James Tallarico on our podcast, a rising star in the Democratic Party, hoping he runs for Senate in Texas. I see people like him and I'm encouraged. I see people who aren't necessarily playing a politician, saying what they need to say, really speaking to the needs of the people, and I'm encouraged. I just don't know if I have it in me to run, but I think about where is this country going a lot. I'm not one of those people who's like, I'm going to run away and I'm trying to leave. It's just like, what are we doing? Are we just doing what politicians are supposed to? We're following the herd, or are we standing out and really paying attention to what people want, their wants and needs? This
Just
curse?
keeps getting more. Yeah.
Okay, this thing, it's going to shit. I'm nervous. I'm scared. Nobody's standing up for things. I look at people who have power and I'm like, what are you doing? What do you stand for? What's important?
Stand for power. Power is above people all the time. It's about power. Look at the gerrymandering that's going on both sides, frankly. I hate it. They're doing it in Texas, in your state.
They're doing it in Texas.
Where they're redistricting. But then again, you look at California.
We have to.
In fairness, why Trump is saying, I want to, redo the census which you can't because it's every 10 years. And sorry, you'll be out of office when that happens. But apparently, maybe he can because he does other things. But, all undocumented illegals count in the census, which means they count towards congressional seats. So in California, where so many have been let in, that's added congressional seats, and they're all Democrat. So how do the Republicans respond? They pull this bullshit in Texas. And all along, it's both sides. I honestly think that the Democrats and the Republicans are equally problematic in the fact that they don't give a crap about anything other than power.
The Democrats voted to end gerrymandering, and the Republicans voted to keep it. I actually don't agree. I think that I am a fight fire with fire person.
It's just a fact, though, but that illegals count in...
Sure, but I'm a fight fire with fire person, and I think that the Democrats have sat too long and really just kind of sat on the whole thing of,
so it depends on who started it.
We don't do that. We don't dip. We don't go low like they do. And I don't think that that's going to work anymore. I think that you have to match the energy.
Well, the Democrats have to stop coronating people.
Yeah, I agree.
Stop coronating people. You have all these exciting, interesting people in primaries, and then you bury them for your chosen one.
I agree.
And it's never a good one.
I agree.
Like, there's some stars in your party. In the Democrats ought to get them out there in vigorous debate and let the chips fall where they may. When they coronated Joe Biden, it was like, we can win this. Well, they were right, and they did more damage by doing
100%.
that.
100%. I completely agree.
Look at this Josh Shapiro guy in Pennsylvania. Really smart, interesting dude. Let's hear from him.
Josh is great. Chris is great out of Connecticut.
Chris Murphy. Yeah, and then you got J.P. Pritzker is your governor from Chicago. There's Gretchen Whitmer in Michigan.
I'm still trying to figure out the Newsom of it all because he does.
He's making a move.
No, he's definitely making a move.
He's making a move.
I'm just trying to figure out what type of political candidate he's going to be. You know, he was one way after the fires, who he had on his podcast, the way he was placating a certain guest, or are you this person that you are right now with the gerrymandering, the social media antics? I do kind of love the drama of it all.
He's got great hair. He's got Hollywood leading man looks.
He looks
that matters.
presidential.
That matters to people. And the Democrats have always got it.
Remember Nixon?
Obama had swagger and good looks, and he had star power. You got JFK, of course, legendarily.
Yeah.
Star power. Bill Clinton had some sweet Southern charm.
He did.
Hey.
It's very important. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see. 2026 is going to be a very interesting year. But I'm with what California is doing right now, and I like that it's going to be on the ballot. The people are going to vote for what they want. That's not what we're always seeing happen.
Well, okay, so politics are on your mind, Rachel Lindsay.
Yeah, it should be on everybody's mind.
I know, but people get so upset. Honestly, when I talk about politics, people go nuts.
Yes, because it's so divisive right now. But I actually get annoyed at my friends who are on social media who can live a life totally like it's like they're in a bubble where they don't even have to care about it.
All they care about is Love Island.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait a minute. Do you care a little bit about Love Island?
I don't watch it. I cannot watch that many episodes, and you have to watch it every day or you're behind. I can't watch it.
You just spoke for me. Did you see The Hunting Wives?
Did I? Did you watch it?
Oh, I did.
I kept saying, this sounds so familiar. I didn't
sorry.
realize I started the book, and then I didn't finish the book. It's like, this sounds so familiar. Hated the last episode. But the first, 7 episodes? So good. Campy, but not too campy. It really pushed.
Malin
the acting
Ackerman
was good.
she is nude almost the entire time. She is
It's
hooking up with everybody. She's hooking up with the 18-year-old boy. She's hooking up with the older woman down the street, the younger woman down the street.
Oh, yeah.
The husband and his escorts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
You think it'll get a second season?
Oh God, yeah. The ending, the finale is totally set up for a second season. Now she was about Brittany Snow, her character Sophie. She was about to throw Malin Ackerman under the bus, and now something terrible happened, a terrible accident. I don't want to give it away, but now she needs her. So we're coming back. Season 2 is Thelma and Louise. Those two are going to be in cahoots, and they're going to be tearing. They're going to be doing the worst possible things.
It's so good. It's the best I've ever seen Britney Snow. It's the best I've ever seen her.
Now, Rachel, we have to take a little acknowledgement. Steve, can you open up in the control room and explain to me, my landlord, Howie Mandel, is walking around with an old face from my past, Graham Bensinger, who we love.
Tell her to put headphones on.
In depth with Graham Bensinger. Put those headphones on, Rach. I believe, obviously, not being an idiot, that In Depth with Graham Bensinger is doing an episode on Howie Mandel, and it's happening right now, and we're all filming each other.
This is correct. We are.
Hi.
You did a great job with Jerry Seinfeld, Graham. I love that interview. I follow everything you do, and you're doing great. I love you.
Thank you, sir.
He's a good
Glad
kid.
we could be here.
He's not a kid anymore. He's he was a young guy. Howie, he was a young guy, and he would call me, and he would say, like, what are you doing with this, that? He has built himself a real empire. You are like a Howie Mandel Jr.
So I have to ask you a question about Howie now, since we're here.
Yeah. Let's do it all together.
What do you think of Howie? What makes him, outside of the obvious, what makes him unique?
Oh, I'm so proud to answer this question. Howie is, he's a man of possibility. He's a can-do guy. Some people see things and they say, oh, we can't do that because of this. We can't do that because if Howie could fly a helicopter between two buildings because it would give him the greatest shot of something, he'd say, let's do it, let's try it. Howie is and literally he'll try anything. And he is the best salesman you have ever seen in your life. Howie Mandel on his podcast has a sponsor from a shampoo company. He's bald.
I do.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
And guess what? I work for the guy who's my landlord. I got the best hair in the business, and he's got the sponsorship.
Ta-da.
That's nice.
But I love you, Billy.
But
are
I just
the
signed
best.
Mr. Clean. I want you to know that as my sponsor.
Yeah. Anyway, congratulations on this show. I love this show. I was just telling Graham, I think you are probably one of the top broadcasters in the business. I've never seen somebody work on the fly, live like you do, in the moment. And I am not only work with you in the same building, but I'm a huge fan of Hot Mics. I love it. I never miss an episode. And
It's true.
that's my endorsement. Keep
I
doing
love the
whatever you do.
support.
All right, now we're even. 1 for 1. There you
Thanks,
go.
Billy.
You know, people ask me about you all the time. It's like
Yeah?
the number one question I get is, what was it like to work with Billy Bush? How is Billy Bush? And I'm
What
like,
are they expecting?
I love him. I don't know what, but
Tell
I
me
think
he's
that-
a dick.
I think
Tell me he's
because
not nice to
I'm
him.
such a straight shooter. They think that I'm gonna say something negative, and I'm like, I love Billy. So when I started at Extra, he's Billy Bush. He could have ignored me. He could have just, said hello, whatever it was. But not only did he care about me, he cared about the show. And I said he would come into my office and help me find my voice, help me say, this is how you should be in an interview. This is the cadence you should use. You should put emphasis on these words when you're tracking. I will never forget that. You didn't have to do any of that. And it made me better. I would sit and I would watch you on the live feed when you would do interviews. And I was like, oh, okay. This is kind of how he does things. This is how he leads into these questions. This is how he intros. And I think I'm better personality for it.
Oh, man, that's the
Yeah.
nicest thing. Well, you know
I
what it
believe
is? I used to tell you that the presenting part of it is so unnatural. It's such a...
Yeah,
that's
you did.
And we have to find a way to, make that kind of easy. Because when Rachel Lindsay is in conversation, forget it. Nobody more interesting, nobody more...
Thanks.
Right, a great listener, paying attention, that script, that those notes that are on your... we all know that we all know the guy who's taking the note card from the producer and literally going down. Next,
For sure.
Number 7. Why did you go? You know what I mean?
For sure.
And Rachel Lindsay from day one was, hey, nice to see you.
I had a great teacher. Remember our twin interviews? Remember when we would do the
Oh, I
interviews
love a
together?
twin
The
interview.
twofers? The twin interviews.
I love a Twitter interview.
Yeah, those were the days. Those were the days of Extra.
You seem to be in a great place.
I
Just need a little more money.
need more money. I definitely need more
Hey,
money,
I just took
more
a 50%
opportunities.
pay cut. I mean, I'm like,
I get it.
I'm going for it. I don't care.
I get it. But you feel proud. Like you said, you are your own boss. There's something about I wake up and I make my own schedule. It makes me hungry, makes me work harder. I don't have to depend on people the same way. I love that. Also, I don't have my leech anymore.
No.
He tried to get me sanctioned for saying that. I sent his first paycheck, his first spousal support over with temporary leech money. And he got the money on time. He is a leech. I'm sorry, he's a leech. And
Yeah.
I said,
Call it like you see it.
I said, I sent it over. He filed a motion, wanted me sanctioned for writing that. So he told the world. Now I can talk about it because he told the world that I called him a leech. So yeah,
It's
I
out
let
there.
go of all the baggage. So I feel lighter. I feel better.
You look good.
Got a young man.
Got a young. Oh, shh. You're gonna piss off women right now. And they're gonna be like, I don't.
Ladies,
People
follow
like-
my lead. I'm telling you.
You know how it is out there, especially internet land. People like you to have it good for a minute, but not too good. As soon as it's too good, here they come again.
That's true.
Right?
That is true.
This is what we do. So I just want to remind the audience before we go, I got it real bad right now. I'm real down. And that's right where I'm gonna keep myself right down. I'm real down. No, I feel the same way. I feel like let's go.
Yeah, it's coming out of
Let's
you.
go.
Let's fly.
Let's fly. Okay. I just want to say thanks to Rachel Lindsay for being here. Big Rach. You may call her Big Rach.
Thanks for having
the
me.
most feared woman on the court in Dallas, Texas. She could be a future congresswoman. I could say that right now. She cares about this country.
I do.
She's dating a younger
do.
man. I'm just wrapping things up. She's dating a younger man. Willie. Is Willie there? Willie make it? I don't know. Willie make it? We'll We'll see. He'll find out the hard way or the beautiful way. Steve, any final words there from the control room just before we go? Any business we didn't get to?
No, I think we did really good, and I think it's good to have you two in the same room again. That's just what I would say.
Steve was touched. He said it was great to see you two in the same room again.
Thank you, Steve.
Oh, well, thank you, Rachel. We love Rachel. She's awesome. Okay, before we go, last Wednesday, I showed you this golf club right here from our unbelievable sponsor, LA Golf. This is the Happy Gilmore driver. It's fantastic. We're giving it away to one fan of Hot Mics. We asked you to DM your best golf story or your worst or your best shot or something from your golf world. Our favorite submission came from our daily Morning Mics viewer. Joy Shmeha is what she goes by, who told us of her 35-year-old son, Jeffrey. Jeffrey served in the military. He loves golf. He's battling polycystic kidney disease, and he's in stage 5 renal failure. Well, we reached out to Jeffrey, and he won't take the club. He said he can't play golf anymore, and he wanted someone who plays golf to have it. As I'm sure you feel right now, we were moved even more. Well, you know who does play golf? His mom, Joy Shmeha, who sent the message. Her real name is Chrissy. I can hear her laughing. We, along with LA Golf, want to give this club and maybe help raise some awareness to what Jeffrey's going through to Chrissy. Chrissy, are you there?
I am here. Thank you.
Oh, Chrissy, we talk every morning. We chit-chat. You're in the chat section.
We do.
I love you so much.
Can't miss a morning of Morning Mics. And anybody who is not subscribed needs to get subscribed. We have a great time.
We do. We do it every morning, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern. We go live right to the chat. We kind of just go through the news, what's trending, and then we talk and we find out. We have all kinds of weird stuff going on right now, as you know. If you're a Morning Mics listener, we got a woman, Lisa, who's on a cruise somewhere. She's supposed to be reporting back to us about a couple things. Join in this chat if you haven't had a chance. But I want to ask you about your son.
And we have Mildred.
And we have Mildred, who is hornier than a 3-balled tomcat, and she attacks the Bushman in the comments section regularly and does it with incredible humor. It's very funny. But I wanted to ask you about your son, Jeffrey. What a horrible thing he's going through. He's a vet. He loves golf. Where is he right now in his journey?
Well, what happened, Billy, to be honest with you, is polycystic kidney disease. Basically what it means is cysts grow on the kidney and eventually they kill a kidney. So a normal kidney is 4 to 5 inches in length and 2 to 3 inches in width. His are currently 22 inches in length and 12 inches in width.
Oh my God.
This normally, it is hereditary. It is uncurable. We were not aware when he was conceived that his father had it. At 18, we found out that he had it. So he went to the doctor. It normally does not affect you until you're well into your 40s. So he came to my house last month and he said, "Mom, sit down. I gotta tell you something." And come to find out, we found out that he was in stage 5, both kidneys. So as much as we appreciate, and he appreciates the offer for the golf club, I'm sorry, I'm gonna cry a little bit. It's not something, he just turned 35. It's not something that should happen. So in the next 2 to 3 weeks, he has to get a port put into his chest. And then I had to go with him to look at what type of machines he had to be hooked up to live. So I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's
I'm
okay.
going to ask you.
Oh.
I know that you were so kind to offer me the club. But Billy, if you could please auction off the club
Yeah.
to raise money. I don't need it. To raise money and donate it to the University Healthcare Transplant Center in San Antonio or to polycysticKidney.org to bring awareness.
You got it. You got it.
I would really appreciate
Oh.
that.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Billy. I try to laugh when we have our show. You know, I try to joke in the morning. But this is something no parent should ever have to go through.
Yeah. No. Oh, I'm so sorry. Chrissy, oh my God. And Jeffrey, you got to give him a big hug for us. Tell him we love him. We love you so much. I love chatting with you in the morning. We're going to keep the laughs going, and we will definitely auction off this club here. This is it's a one of a kind Happy Gilmore right here from LA
Thank
Golf.
you.
It's amazing.
I appreciate it more than anything.
Oh, we will do that.
I appreciate the fact that you offered it to me. I really do. But raising awareness to this disease is what really matters to me more.
All right, we're gonna get Sandler to sign this thing. We'll get him to sign this club head, and we'll get Adam to sign it, and we'll auction it off. That's what we'll do. We'll send the money to the University of San Antonio and get that going. But Chrissy, I love you. I'm so sorry, but. God,
we love you, Billy.
I love you too. Thank you very much.
We love you and Steve, and everybody should watch the morning show and the evening show. You are so personable. You make everybody feel like they count, and we love it.
Well, I'll see you in the morning for sure, and we'll get this going.
I will see you in the morning.
Chrissy, I love that. By the way, before we go, how come your handle is Joy Schmeha?
Because I do a parody of Joy Behar.
That'll keep you laughing.
And everything. Because, I mean, listen, I'm a moderate like you. I'm an independent like you. But
yeah,
it's painful to watch these girls. So I take one for the team.
No kidding. All right. I will see you in the morning. You're an angel, and we love your son, and we're going to get this signed by Sandler, this Happy Gilmore one of a kind from LA Golf, our great friends and sponsor here, and we'll get that auctioned off.
Oh, you know what? My son will be totally pissed if you get it signed by Sandler and I didn't give it to him.
Well, we'll get his own. We'll get his own. We'll get a personal one for him. We'll get something from him.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Please.
No.
Your generosity.
You know, I know where Sandler shops, okay? I know where he shops, and I know what he looks like because he's wearing baggy sweatpants and he looks like, some bum that walked in from the street, but it's the great Sandler.
You ran into him a couple of weeks ago at the grocery store, right?
Yeah, I know where he goes. I know his spots. Anyway, Chrissy, I love you.
Sorry,
Thank you.
I didn't mean to cry.
Oh, no. It's your beloved boy. I get that.
Thank you so much. Yes, he's my only child. Thank you.
All right. With you always. Thank you.
All right. Love you, Billy. Love you, Steve. Everybody subscribe. Get subscribed. Watch the show. Hit the like button. Let's make hot mics. And
You're doing my lifting. You're doing my lifting for me. This is incredible. All right. All right. We're going to get to this. Steve, let's get some money for this club. Let's get Sandler to sign it. Chrissy, I will see you on morning mics in the morning.
I'll see you tomorrow. Love
7
you
a.m.
all.
All right, Pacific time, 10 Eastern, there she goes. Well, I don't know where to go from there, but that's it. We're going to auction off this club. We're going to get it out there and see what we can raise for her son, Jeffrey. And, whew, what a day. All over the place. That's Hot Mics for today. Thank you to LA Golf, to TuneIn. We're back on Wednesday. for Hot Mics. Bye-bye. Hot Mics. Great title. You know it.